So today was probably the biggest, most interesting Battlefield 6 leak that we've had in a while, at least since the initial gameplay or Battlefield Labs leaks from earlier in May. New data mined information regarding the Battle Royale mode was found by Temporal. A massive developmental update for Battlefield Labs has gone out to playtesters, which is extremely exciting, and even some leaked footage of the campaign for Battlefield 6 is circling around on the internet. So in today's video, we are going to cover all of the new leaks. I'm going to show you some cool stuff, so don't go anywhere. It's been a while since we've dived into some leaks here on the channel, so I don't want to waste any more time. Grab a drink, get comfortable, let's get right into it. Really quick though, if you are enjoying the content around here, make sure to hit that subscribe button. I'm a Battlefield boy, born and true, baby. I've been playing the franchise since before I could even do long division. So if you love Battlefield just like me, definitely stick around for more Battlefield content, streams, updates, news, leaks, etc. while we wait for the new game. So first off, let's start with the new update for Battlefield Labs. If you don't know for whatever reason, or if you haven't been staying up to date with the playtesting process, select players have been getting invited to play a pre-alpha version of the new Battlefield game, keyword being pre-alpha. This was the phrasing they've been using for the build of the game ever since the official Battlefield Labs reveal video on the official Battlefield YouTube channel. Every leak that we've seen for the past 3 months has had the words pre-alpha all over the screen, and this is important because this terminology helps players understand what stage of development the game they are playing is in. The stages of most game development are this: there's pre-alpha, then it goes to alpha, then beta, and then full release. In the pre-alpha stage, the game's core fundamental mechanics, features, and visual style are still kind of in the building or prototype phase. Think of game development as if you were building a house. Pre-alpha is where the blueprints are being drawn and the basic structure is being built. Alpha is where the rooms are being framed and some furniture is being placed, but the house is still very far from finished. And then beta is when the house is done, everything is furnished, but maybe you need to go in and touch up some paint on the walls or vacuum up some of the sawdust left over by the construction crew. You know, you get the point. Interestingly enough though, today, many playtesters who have been invited to Battlefield Labs reported that a significantly sized update was sent out for the game client, and then after installing this new update and launching into the game, the phrase pre-alpha was completely gone, and it was replaced with simply alpha, which is huge. This points towards a huge leap in development for the next Battlefield game as they move from the pre-alpha stage to the alpha stage. And we're going to talk about what this could mean for Battlefield Labs in the future and what modes we could be possibly seeing in just a second, but definitely expect leaks to start looking different and a bit more polished-ish moving forward. Like, I expect to see some new gadgets, weapons, and even new maps in future playtests if the leaks do continue, which I would literally bet like 3 months of my rent that the leaks will continue to come out as the playtests occur. But this is a good sign for the game. It means things are progressing nicely. Some games get stuck in development hell where the design and creation of the game in the pre-alpha stage can get kind of like lost in the sauce or messy or confused. So the fact that they are progressing through the stages of development is very encouraging, and it gives me a lot of confidence that so far this new Battlefield game is on a better and smoother track compared to the likes of 2042 back when that game was in its development. And this leads us to our next leak for the day, with this massive Battlefield Labs update going from pre-alpha to alpha. Some new information regarding the Battle Royale mode for Battlefield 6 was found in the game files, along with some leaked placeholder art for the new mode. Temporal released several placeholder images related to the BR, which I'm going to show on the screen really quick right now, as well as an updated description for the mode. The description reads as following: after a massive explosion devastates Fort Linden and its nearby beach town, the area is evacuated under threat of toxic fallout. Now, Fort Linden, okay, is obviously a fictional location. I looked it up. There is no Fort Linden, at least that I can find. But, and this is pure speculation, my guess is that they got the name Linden from Lyndon B. Johnson, who was the 36th president of the United States after John F. Kennedy. I was thinking maybe that means something. Maybe they just picked a random president to name a fake base off of for the game. But I wanted to dig deeper, and I kind of found something pretty interesting. There is no Fort Lyndon, but there is a lake in Texas called Lake Lyndon B. Johnson, or Lake LBJ for short. And what I found was pretty fascinating. Right next to Lake LBJ is a city in Texas called Granite Shoals, which, if you've been staying up to date with all of the leaks and data mined information, the rumored name for the Battle Royale map in Battlefield 6 is called Granite. Like, personally, I think that's an insane coincidence, bro. Like, I feel like I may have low-key cracked the geographical location for the Battle Royale map, but maybe not. Maybe this means absolutely nothing. Maybe I'm way off and going bonkers, bro. But like, it could truly just be a random unrelated connection between the name Lyndon B. Johnson and the word granite. But it's definitely super interesting to me. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section below, and look up Granite Shoals for yourself on Google and check it out. See if you guys find anything else that I may have missed. Moving on to the next leak. This one is pretty small, so we will go over it quickly. But Vanek, who has been notorious for leaking a bunch of Battlefield Lab stuff for the past few months, came out with some information regarding 2 new game modes for Battlefield 6. First one is called Strike Point, with this description saying, fight across multiple rounds to capture a key objective. And after reading the longer description for this mode, it's going to be on screen, this looks like a highly competitive mode to me for the game, somewhat like Search and Destroy from Call of Duty, where you get 1 life per round, and either capturing the objective or eliminating the enemy team can win you the match. I think it sounds cool. Like, Battlefield has never really had a competitive scene, and I know that some people are like really against any kind of competitive Battlefield modes like that for some reason, but that doesn't make sense to me. Having a competitive scene for your game is actually a huge deal, and it can bring a lot of players and eyes into your game. The problem is, when they've tried a competitive mode in the past, it usually sucked or it didn't even come out, which was the case for Battlefield 5. They actually planned on releasing a 5v5 competitive mode that just never came to fruition because they had to spend so much time fixing the game. But I digress. Battlefield itself, yes, is a casual FPS shooter, but having a competitive option is not a bad thing in my opinion. I think it's good. I think you want to root for Battlefield to be able to reach new players with modes like this, people who may have never picked up the game to play it otherwise. That is good for the game. That is good if you want Battlefield to continue to be a relevant franchise. The problem has just been that when they do this, they usually combine it with a broken Battlefield game, which it gives off the impression that they sacrificed core elements of the game to work on a random new mode like this. So as long as the core game is good and it's finished, I don't mind them trying something new and competitive like this for a game mode, because in my opinion, why not? Second mode is called Raid. This looks a lot more like a traditional Battlefield type of mode. I'm gonna have the description on screen as well, but to me it almost seems like a modification of sorts of the Control game mode from 2042 mixed with maybe Frontlines or Breakthrough. It's kind of hard to tell exactly how this would play out. Like, my question is, after you capture or lock down an objective, do you progress to another area of the map, like you move the front lines forward, or does everything just kind of reset and a new objective appears that you have to capture on a different part of the map? I don't know. Regardless, it sounds really cool. I'm excited to try it out if this mode makes its way to the final release. And then finally, to wrap up the video, we are going to go over the last big leak of the day, ladies and gentlemen, the leaked campaign footage for Battlefield 6. This one, I will not show you. Dislike the video, get it out of your system. I get it. I know you want to see it. Trust me, I wish I could show you, bro. I would love to. I really would. But this looks like legit as fuck, like actual early development gameplay of Battlefield 6's campaign. And apparently it was found in the game files for Battlefield Labs, which I don't understand why there would be single player aspects of the game in the files for Battlefield Labs when they're mainly testing the multiplayer, but I'm not going to complain, because if you go on Reddit and find this footage, which you can very easily, guys, okay, it's on the official Battlefield subreddit. Everyone asks me every video, hey bro, where are the leaks, dude? I can't find the leak. It's on Go to reddit.com. It's on the Battlefield subreddit. Okay, anyway, it looks pretty sick, dude. It's clearly very early development. There are not textures on like 80% of what you are seeing in this footage. The animations of the soldiers and the paths they are walking on or running on aren't right, because you see guys like running or clipping into trucks or buildings. But what is cool that you can see from this footage is like the cinematic quality and the direction they are taking with the campaign, even if we're just seeing a sliver of the campaign. There is a ton of destruction. The enemy player models to me look very Battlefield 4-ish. It's hard to explain. You'll see what I mean when you go watch it for yourself. And the player model of your fellow squad mate matches the player model of some of those like player cosmetic leaks we got a week or so ago, if you guys saw that. And it looks badass, dude. Like, I'm actually genuinely excited to play a Battlefield campaign again. It's crazy to think we actually haven't had a Battlefield campaign for over 10 years. Like, the war stories don't count to me. Don't get me wrong, they were cool, but it's just not like a campaign. Like, this new one, it looks big, it looks destructive, it looks over the top, it looks Michael Bay-ish, like just how I would love to see a Battlefield campaign, to be completely honest. What's interesting is in the leaked footage, you see a giant dam getting blown up by 2 fighter jets. And a lot of people have been speculating that this could be the Lankang Dam from Battlefield 4. And it does bear somewhat of a resemblance, but also like all dams kind of look the same. So I don't know, the textures and the environment around the map are still so barren and filled with placeholders that it's really hard to tell where they are at geologically in this mission. So who knows? It would personally make sense to me for this campaign to have some kind of tie to Battlefield 4's campaign, but we will just have to wait and see. They might just be starting over with a new story. But that's going to wrap it up for the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed all of the new leaks. Definitely go and check it out for yourselves. Again, it's all over the Battlefield subreddit. It's even on Twitter, bro. So like, you just have to look, okay? But let me know in the comment section below how you guys feel about the game moving from pre-alpha to alpha. What are your reactions to the leaked campaign footage? And what do you guys think of the new Battle Royale information we're getting? I would love to hear what you guys think about it. And if you made it this far in the video, I truly do appreciate you, man. Definitely hit that like button if you enjoyed the video. Subscribe if you are new here. And until the next one, my name is Sam. Hope you have a good one. Bye.